U.S. Senate deal to expand Tesla EV tax credits. July 28, 2022. In a nutshell, the U.S. Senate's potential EV tax credit would remain at $7,500, though there would be a smaller credit for people who buy a used EV. The new credit wouldn't be capped, meaning automakers that have had the credit phased out due to sales would be eligible again. The new plan will also have a cap on the price of the EV, as well as the income of the buyer, along with a North American requirement. As the story goes, U.S. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and Democratic Senator Joe Manchin have agreed on how to move forward with a new electric car tax credit. As you may remember, Manchin was the person holding up the credit in the past, so his support is paramount in ensuring that the proposal passes. The potential credit will include a new $4 credit, 30% of the sale price for people who buy a used electric vehicle. It will also provide other funds and credits to help automakers retool their factories to build greener cars. The bill has $2 billion in cash grants and $20 billion in loans for such purposes, in addition to $30 billion in additional credits to accelerate clean energy production. The current U.S. federal EV tax credit provides up to $7,500 based on the size of a car's battery. All battery electric cars get the full credit, though most PHEVs just get a portion. The credit was originally capped at 200,000 EVs sold per automaker. So brands that launched EVs early, Tesla, GM, Toyota, and soon Nissan, have watched the credits go away. Meanwhile, brands that were late to the game are still benefiting, and many foreign automakers are getting the credit over domestic brands. The new bill would not only remove the 200,000 vehicle cap, but also put a cap in place for the dollar amount of EVs that can benefit from the credit. Electric trucks, vans, and SUVs would have an $80,000 cap, and cars would be capped at $55,000. Individuals who make up to $150,000 annually would be eligible for the credit. For couples, the cap would be $300 combined income. The income caps are much lower for used EVs, and the purchase price must be $25,000 or less. Finally, it appears the credit may be offered like a rebate at the point of sale, rather than as a credit at tax time. This would be huge since many people can't afford to finance an expensive EV and then wait until tax time to be reimbursed. Moreover, since the current credit depends on an applicant's individual tax liability, many people can't get the credit anyhow. If you don't have $7,500 in tax liability, you're not going to get a $7,500 tax credit. However, a point-of-sale credit could work much differently. While there will no longer be a union requirement in the bill, there will likely be North American requirements. Essentially, the EVs will have to be built in North America, with the majority of materials also sourced from our shores. Source reposted and summarized from Stephen Loveday at Inside EVs. My take: Tesla's demand is already through the roof. I guess this will help keep the legacy OEMs from going under. Tesla Update 2022.24 will have some exciting new features. July 28, 2022. A few days after the latest Tesla update, we are starting to get a better picture of what is to come with Tesla Update 2022.24. The insiders at Not a Tesla app have spotted a couple of new features that should be coming with the next update. These updates include choosing the blind spot camera location on the screen and cloud profiles. First and foremost, Tesla will allow you to choose the location for your blind spot camera. The update looks to allow you to move the spot on the screen in which the camera appears. You can keep it in the original location on the bottom left. Or, if you prefer, you can now move it to any corner of the screen. Secondly, it looks like Tesla is finally launching the long-rumored cloud profiles. Cloud profiles will allow you to tie a driver profile to your Tesla account. This means that if you own multiple Teslas or plan to rent a Tesla, you can enjoy the same settings across multiple vehicles. The settings that will be adjusted include mirror, seating and steering wheel adjustments, autopilot, driving and climate control preferences, navigation, media and data sharing preferences. In preparation for this, you can set up your Tesla profile from driver profile settings. You can also change your profile picture from the Tesla mobile app. Source reposted and summarized from Scott Nordland at Drive Tesla and ADA. My take: I am still amazed how Tesla can make your car better with these over-the-air updates. Tesla to boost spending for Giga Texas and Berlin ramp. July 28, 2022. Tesla said in its 10K filing with the SEC earlier this week that it would boost its capital expenditure by $1 billion. The electric automaker now projects it will spend between $6 billion and $8 billion for the next 2 years. It previously anticipated an expenditure plan of between $5 billion and $7 billion. Our capital expenditures are typically difficult to project beyond the short term given the number and breadth of our core projects at any given time, and may further be impacted by uncertainties in future global market conditions. Tesla said in the filing. Owing and subject to the foregoing as well as the pipeline of announced projects under development, all other continuing infrastructure growth, and varying levels of inflation, we currently expect our capital expenditures to be between $6 to $8 billion in 2022, and each of the next 2 fiscal years. Bloomberg first reported the story. Tesla also mentioned that, due to its product lineup, which includes the ramping of new energy storage systems and vehicles, plans and projections are adjusted as market conditions change. Ramping vehicles is a difficult task. Musk would know all about it. 5 years ago yesterday, Tesla launched the Model 3 and thus entered production hell, a time when the automaker was attempting to increase manufacturing of its all-electric mass-market sedan. Tesla is currently ramping up 2 new factories, one in Texas and another in Germany. Musk recently stated the facilities are gigantic money furnaces, which have cost the company billions as production capacities are increased. The additional spending in Tesla's plan will help develop the 2 new factories, which are the most advanced in the automaker's lineup. Interestingly, Tesla nor Musk mentioned anything regarding the potential of a new manufacturing facility, which the company has hinted toward in recent memory. Tesla attempted to strike a deal with India for a new production facility, but ultimately, agreements relating to the abolishment of hefty import duties put that possibility to rest. Tesla reported an impressive Q2 earnings beat last week, blowing out analyst expectations for EPS. Tesla posted non-GAAP earnings per share of $2.27 per share. In comparison, analysts were expecting Tesla to post adjusted earnings per share of $1.83. The automaker also met revenue expectations. Source reposted and summarized from Joey Klender at Tesla RT. My take: it's of super high importance to get those factories ramped up soon as possible. When all ramped up, Tesla could be making at least 5 to 6 million cars per year. Probably more. Sandy Munro dazzled by Tesla's tech. July 28, 2022. Sandy Munro has been tearing down the Tesla 4680 battery pack and is dazzled, saying he has seen nothing like this ever before and that Tesla has no limit in its ability to innovate. Sandy Munro has been looking at Tesla's 4680 batteries and is dazzled by the technology. It looks differently than anything HES ever seen. H is wondering if these batteries are even coming from the same company. There's no limit on their capacity to invent. Sandy Munro has blasted away a lot of pink material in order to get to the 4680 battery cells. It is a difficult process to take apart the 4680 battery pack. Sandy and his associates were unsure about multiple pieces of the 4680 battery pack, suggesting a high level of innovation from Tesla. There is a barrier in between modules that looks like a fiberglass-like material that could be a thermal runaway mitigation for if you had something going wrong. It would keep that problem from propagating all throughout the battery. The pink foam on the battery pack is a mystery to everyone not at Tesla so far. Perhaps it's also a thermal mitigator. In the unlikely event that the pack catches fire, only that segment is likely to burn. Tesla's number one priority in all of its products is safety. Tesla is creative and innovative when it comes to manufacturing. Sandy Munro has been involved with auto manufacturing for multiple decades. For Sandy to be surprised, something has to be pretty incredible and innovative. Sandy said multiple times that this was different than anything HES ever seen before. What will happen when Sandy tears down vehicles from other companies and legacy auto manufacturers? Will he say things look different? Will he be dazzled? My guess is he will not be. To Sandy, it seems like Tesla has no limit on their capacity to invent. Tesla's culture of innovation is driven by Elon Musk, who says that everyone must innovate or they will be asked to leave the company. How will things look as the years go by? And the decades? Will Tesla's technology truly be alien-like compared to all of its competitors? Sandy says there are 3 things that drive poor quality. The first is fasteners like screws and rivets. When he was working for Ford, they did a big study and he and his team found that 75% of all catastrophes were attributed to fasteners. Tesla's battery does not have fasteners to it. Tesla continues to innovate and lead all other auto companies when it comes to technology, innovation, and software. I'm excited to see the 4680 batteries reach volume production. What do you think of Tesla's technology and 4680 batteries? Is Tesla the most innovative company in the world? Source reposted and summarized from Jeremy Johnson at Talk News. My take: you heard it from the man Sandy Munro. His opinion is gospel when it comes to cars.